بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، وبعد. قال سيدي الباز الأشهب عبد القادر الجيلاني الحنبلي تغمده الله برحمته وأسكنه فسيح جنته ونفعنا بعلومه وعلوم مشايخنا في الدارين آمين: قدمي هذه أو قدمنا هذه على رقبة كل ولي. Literally it means my foot or our foot. This is on the neck of all the Awliya. Apparently this is not righteous to say something like that. Apparently it's not humble, it's actually arrogant or arrogance to say something like that. To the extent that some of Asad al-Sufiya, like Shaykh Shihabuddin al-Suhrawardi rahimahullah ta'ala, said this is something that Sidi Abdul Qadir said and he shouldn't be followed. This is something that you cannot follow him on. So you are not supposed to say that thing because he said it. No. Something that they call shatahat. It's an exaggerated thing and it is inappropriate and it cannot be followed. The same thing was said by Shaykh Al-Allama Shamsuddin ibn Muflih, the author of Al-Furu' and other books, Al-Hanbali, Shaykh Al-Hafiz Zainuddin ibn Rajab Al-Hanbali, and others. Shatha, exaggeration, and it's inappropriate to say something like that, and it's not. And if the Sufiya criticize the statement, then it's not Sufi. It's not a Sufi statement. They criticized it. Unless there is something that justifies such a statement. Other scholars like Shaykh al-Islam Al-Hafiz Ibn Hajar Al-Asqalani radiyallahu anhu defended Sayyidi Abdul Qadir and explained it in a beautiful way. And Shaykh al-Islam said, Ibn Hajar, Sayyidi Abdul Qadir said so because no one in his time was better than him, more righteous than him. So it's not really something that you criticize. He deserved it, and he was just mutahaddith bi ni'matillah. He's just mentioning or saying or telling people about Allah's blessings on him. He said, لأنه لا يعرف في عصره من يساويه في هذه الكمالات. So he was the most perfect of الأولياء والصالحين. Two things here. Sidi Abdul Qadir's statement is more general, like it doesn't tell us about the awliya of his time only. كل ولي, all the awliya. Maybe all the awliya of this time. This is how Shaykh al-Islam al-Hajar understood it. Another thing, a part of this defense supports what people disapproved when they heard him saying so, when they knew about what he said. the one who defended Sayyidi Abdul Qadir by explaining it in a comprehensive way, by giving it a comprehensive meaning, was Shaykh Taqi al-Din Ibn Taymiyyah, Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah. In his book, in a book that you all know about, or the Salafiyya promoted this book, and it is الرد على الشاذلي في حزبيه وطريقته, something like that. So it is a refutation of certain things that were mentioned in the Hizb of Al-Imam Al-Shazuli, I think Hizb al-Nasr or Hizb al-Bahr, something like that, if I remember correctly. The book is known, الرد على الشاذلي. So he was tackling an issue of ilm, attacking something that some of the Sufiya said. While doing so, he explained the statement of Sidi Abdul Qadir. We might not agree, we do not have to agree with him on explaining the statement that way, but it shows you that sometimes we do not understand the speech of Al-Awliya, the words of Al-Awliya, and sometimes we misunderstand them, and sometimes we misrepresent what they said because of our bad understanding. قال, I'm reading this, page 104, الرد على الشاذلي. أي على كل ولي لله أن يتبع الأمر والنهي النبوي الإلهي الشرعي المحمدي. أي على كل ولي أن يتبع الأمر والنهي النبوي الإلهي الشرعي المحمدي. But it says, my foot is on the neck. He understood it in a different way. He said, قدم, قدمنا means our foot? No. My foot? No. Our way, our طريقة is on the neck of all the awliya. يعني they all submit to us. People? No. Sidi Abdul Qadir and his followers? No. What he represents, a sharia that he represented, the sharia of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam that he represented. ويحكم على نفسه الكتاب والسنة, and he will be judged against الكتاب والسنة, and will be following الكتاب والسنة. ولا يخرج عن ذلك, and he should not leave this الكتاب والسنة. لا لذوق يخالفه أو وجد أو حال أو مشهد أو غير ذلك. Said the Sufiya, they always talk about the dhawq, the taste or the style. Certain things that the Sharia didn't tackle. Sometimes it's really important to listen to the people of the dhawq. When it comes to these things, it's really important to listen to them. They know the secrets of these things. Sharia didn't tackle something. Then you are claiming that ad-din naqis, ad-din lacks something, and Sufiya completed ad-din and it was naqis. Ad-din lacked something in your claim. No. Ad-din doesn't lack anything. But the details of doing certain things have not apparently been mentioned by Allah and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The details that we in the Hanbali fiqh assign to al-urf traditions. We say, if you want to know these details, we will not give you a decisive answer. We will tell you whatever al-urf determines, as long as it respects al-urf. If you have never studied the fiqh before, you would not understand this. You will not understand this. But if you studied the Hanbali fiqh before, you will know that al-urfu dalilun mu'tabar. In things that are not amali, not practical, not a worship that you do by your body or so, your senses. It's not an action, it's not a physical thing. People do not have urf for this. As-Sufiyya, they have dhawq for this. Al-dhawq in the terminology of Sufiyya has other meanings. This is one of the meanings, or one of the ways to understand al-dhawq. Al-wajd, al-hal, something that is not shari and it opposes al-sharia. Mashhad, something that you saw, like al-kashf al-sahih, for instance. No, you follow sharia all the way. This is found in the statements of Imam Abu al-Hasan al-Shazuli himself, and in the statements of Sidi Ahmad al-Rifa'i and Sidi Abdul Qadir al-Jilani and other a'imma of Sufiyya. بل يزن أذواقه ومواجيده وأحواله وحقائقه بالكتاب والسنة. Everything is measured against الكتاب والسنة. Everything is measured against الكتاب والسنة. This is the exact same thing that Sidi Abdul Qadir said when he said طير إلى الحق بجناحي الكتاب والسنة. You fly to الحق, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you have two wings, the wings of الكتاب والسنة, أو كما قال رضي الله عنه. والله تعالى أعلى وأعلم، وصلي اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم، والحمد لله رب العالمين.